I've been debating for about the last hour whether or not I actually wanted to do this, and now that's 10:30, I decided why not. We're going to play my final game of Spec Ops. Wait, what the hell am I doing? Oh, I can play Spec Ops Survival. No, I'm doing Resistance, because Resistance is kind of like the Kino der Toten of Survival. And I'm going to be doing my final Gamer Survival, because I remember I did my first ever Gamer Survival and I wanted to see how much better I improved. And the difference between zombies is I didn't play Survival nearly as much, and I think a lot of people could say that because I guess Survival didn't live up to the hype. I personally have a different opinion. I actually really like Survival. By no means is it as good as Zombies, but I feel like it was a really good holdover. For me anyway, as to waiting for Zombies. It was a good place to fill in that year. And but also another difference is I've noticed that really you can't really get much better at Survival. Like, you can, as you can get better with basically anything, but knife. What's going on? I can't knife either of them. But I never really got better at Survival. Like, I always could make it to round 30 fairly easy, and I can never make it much further past round 30. I think my record all time is like wave 34. I mean, that's about it. And when I started playing Survival, I always made it to wave 34, but I thought it was always fun. I thought, you know, if I never wanted to, if I was uploading something and I couldn't really play multiplayer, or if, you know, I just wanted to shoot something without the expenses of dealing with the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, so I wouldn't really... See, these guys are camping, but I knew they were camping. In multiplayer, they'd have Type 95s, and I'd die much faster. And, you know, it's just not as frustrating, I think, but needless to say, I really did not play Survival that much. And I'm actually really surprised at how much the Call of Duty community on YouTube didn't play Survival. Because very few people upload Survival gameplays anymore. And I don't know why. I honestly thought Survival was well executed. It's obviously there's a lot they could have done with it. And Chaos Mode I thought was a lot of fun. And I never even played Chaos Mode. I really wanted to, but I never bothered to buy it. But, oh god, there's another person left. I thought the round was over. But, yeah, so Survival, I guess, was a bust, even though I honestly liked it, but, you know, I guess when Treyarch raises the standard so high with zombies, there's not much you could do about it. I don't think there's much Infinity Ward could have really done with this Survival mode. I think they did a good effort with Survival. Unlike multiplayer, you know, they put a lot of effort into this, I think. Maybe not a lot of effort, but, you know, there's a lot of things they had to work out, and you know, I think it was fun. I had fun with Survival. And this will be my last attempt at Survival because I'm fairly positive I will never come back to it. Not because I dislike it, like I've just been saying, but just because, like I said, and like everyone knows, Zombies is a much more fun game type than Survival. And, you know, in the late future, I may come back to it just to play it, but in the end, I don't even think I'll really be playing Modern Warfare 3 that much, like at all. Like I may now and then have an odd craving for Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, but really there's nothing really special enough about Modern Warfare 3 to make me want to come back to it, with the exception of maybe the community playlist, but the Black Ops community playlist was much better, and I think it's safe to say that the community playlist in Modern Warfare 3 is equivalent to wager matches in Black Ops, because they are both something not quite... Ah, shit, I don't have enough time. Not quite game modes, but they were, you know... What's the word I'm looking for? They were kind of like special game modes, like extra game modes, I suppose. I have plenty of time, what am I doing? I'm gonna buy a... Fuck, that's not what I wanted to do. And, I have a decent strategy. Basically, my strategy is always kind of to camp in that back shot back there on Resistance. But, my main goal here is to, through waves 1 through 20, I'm going to try to basically stockpile as much money as I can, so that way in the later waves I can keep rebuying stuff so I don't get absolutely effed in the A, because you're going to get effed in the A pretty hard in those ending rounds. Bitch, please, I really wish I didn't waste 750. But nonetheless, I'm still gonna buy. I don't even know why I did that. I'll buy an Acker. And also, I just like to point out that it is 10:30 tonight, and I am kind of tired. So it might be kind of difficult to try hard. My goal right now is actually 40. Whether or not I actually make it to 40, probably not. I'm fairly positive I can make it to wave 40, or 30 rather, no problem. But after wave 30, things get pretty difficult, pretty exponentially. But yeah. So like I said at the very beginning of this video, I was debating for like the last hour whether or not to record this or not, because there's a lot of pros and cons to whether I would or not, including the fact that setting up the recording equipment, which isn't that difficult, but it's time consuming enough for me to really not want to do it sometimes, and it doesn't really take that long. I just have to turn on the hop-hog, connect it to my laptop, get the stuff running, and I'm just a really lazy person, so that's completely my fault. But that's a solid minute and a half of setting it up, and that's a minute and a half I really don't want to waste. It's not what? I don't even know. That's some old bullshit. Well, now I have to go waste more money. That sucks. On a good start here. I'm gonna get rid of this. Maybe I'm not. But as I said, yeah, it's 10:30 and it's a freaking. Oh no, it's a little bird round. Ah, 4,000 points. I could do much better. But on the weekdays, which it is as I'm recording it Wednesday, I usually go to bed at 11. That's kind of the goal. And I can usually stay up a little bit later than if I want to, but for some reason, don't kill me. Don't do it. Thank you. Wednesdays are all usually longer because Wednesdays are usually the weekday. If I hang out with friends, it's that, because our school system kind of gave us this little new system change to the schedule. Where the hell are you? Oh, there you are. Where on Wednesdays, we get out at 1 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock, and in return, we do not get teacher in-services days, which are just random days throughout the year, where teachers came to school to basically learn or catch up on whatever they needed to do. And we got whole days off. We usually got a Monday or a Friday off, and that happened a few times a year, but we don't get those anymore, which is honestly fine with me. I like the new system, and I'm pretty sure the reason they did that was because the huge excuse was on Thursdays or Wednesday nights that they had church. That's what people would say. That's their excuse. And even if it didn't work, even if the teacher didn't believe them, they'd still roll with that week after week. And basically, the teachers knew. The teachers weren't that stupid to know that the kids that don't go to church would still use that as an excuse. I actually never use that as an excuse because I usually did my homework. Usually, and if not, I don't give really excuses. I just didn't do it. I try to get out of it. Is what I try to do. I try to go to the bathroom right before the teacher checks my homework, so it's like, oh well, and then I'll do it the next day, and I'll be like, oh, well, you forgot mine, and I try to get out of it. If I'm caught, I just admit that I didn't do it, because a lot of time I don't do it. But yeah, so a lot of people rolled with the excuse that I had church tonight, so I couldn't really do my homework, which was, BS 90% of the times. And, so I think they're just like, screw it, let's not give them that excuse, let's give them 2 more hours, and even though that classes are still half an hour from the 48 minutes they usually are, it's only 18 less minutes per class, it still seems to go by much faster, and I love getting out at 1, it's so much fun. Not really fun, but I mean, it's so much convenient, because I don't have to go to school, and, I'll take that. So Wednesdays are usually the days that, if any of us hang out, the WTBB crew, it's usually Wednesdays, and today we played, we kind of just went to it was me, Jake, Alex, and Chris, and Nick. We went to the park nearby, and we just did whatever. We played football, kind of, and, I don't know, we just hung out for a while, and it was fun. And, I also started soccer recently, indoor soccer, because it's winter. I'm gonna buy a new gun. So I'm trying to say is I'm kind of worn out right now, and because we've been hanging out for so much longer than usual, I'm a little bit worn out. Fuck it, we'll buy an MP7. And also, after we got done hanging out, IRL, we played Minecraft for 2 hours and started a new Minecraft world, and we're gonna see how long. And I also want to say real quick on the Minecraft world, we played for about 2 hours, all of us. And for about an hour and a half of that, I was mining, and lo and behold, I die with probably 2 hours worth of mining material, basically 24 levels of XP, and I think like almost 3 stacks of iron, and a whole bunch I didn't have any diamonds. I never found any diamonds, but nonetheless, I lost a lot of stuff, and it didn't depress me as usual, because usually if you die with a lot of stuff, people are kind of depressed. I get kind of depressed. Not actually depressed, but you know, you don't want to play Minecraft, but we kind of hung it up after that anyway, because we've been playing for long enough, and whether or not we continue that world for a long time, I doubt it, but they seem to have hope, and them having hope gives me no more confidence in that we'll be on that world for much longer, but who knows. And I gotta get my head out of my ass, because I'm currently talking and barely focusing on the game, because I nearly died there.